Hi, y'all. I hope you are doing well. I am going to go over how everything from here on out will go. Okay? This will go into effect beginning March 30th, regardless of what school you're at. Okay? So listen very carefully. I will post this PowerPoint online for you. That way you don't have to, you can look back at it and not have to listen to me talk on it. But I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page about how we're moving forward and what that is going to look like for our class. Okay. So week to week, there will be some consistency and some things that vary. So it is absolutely imperative that you are keeping up with the updated course calendar. I will post that as well. Some due dates are different. I pushed some back just with the week missed of instruction. And I will give you reminders, which leads me to my next point. No later than each Friday, I will post a video of myself going over announcements, reminders for the following week. That way you can see and just have kind of a check-in of me going over stuff. I'm not doing that because I like seeing myself on video. I literally don't even watch these back after I record them because I don't want to see myself. But at the same time, I think it makes it a little bit more personalized and allows me to have a time to check in with y'all instead of just through emails. Okay? All right. So I will post some lectures and I will indicate, on the course calendar. I know it's not in front of you, so I'm talking about this abstract thing that you can't see. But on the course calendar, it will say, watch lecture over verbal communication or whatever. So I will post those. And it'll be just like this, where you can see the PowerPoint. I'll be in the corner. Again, not because I think you want to watch me, but it just makes it a little bit more personal that y'all are used to. So I'm trying to keep that up as much as I can instead of just my voice over it. Okay? All the PowerPoints for the entire semester, as I've said like a billion times, but I'll repeat myself. All the PowerPoints have been online all semester. So if you're like, well, are we going to have access to the PowerPoints? Yes, you have literally all semester, okay? So you can keep up like that if you want to follow along with the notes that way, or you can just take handwritten notes. Either way, you need to pay attention to the lectures because that content will be on the final exam, and a good amount of it is not from your textbook, okay? So to view the lectures, just like you are right now, you will just need internet access and the volume turned up so that you can hear what I'm saying. And then the video lectures will be embedded in a link or embedded on D2L or posted in a link on an announcement. It just depends on how long they are. Okay, so a big change that we're doing that I didn't want to make extra busy work for y'all, but at the same time, we do need to account for the fact that we're not in the classroom and there does need to be stuff day to day that you're doing. So almost every single week, you will see that there will be an option for how you participate and take part in discussing the content that we go over, besides watching lectures, okay? Since I know most of you have expressed concern regarding losing the interactive part of our class, you will have a chance to participate in a live discussion with classmates, okay? So you will have the option, one of them is required. You will choose either taking part in, it's called a live Zoom meeting, but technically it's a discussion, like a live discussion, or complete a discussion post with prompted questions. Okay, so let's talk about how these will go. Again, you will choose one or the other. You will take part in the Zoom meeting, which will occur at the beginning. Well, let me just go over it. Okay, I always get ahead of myself. All right, so if you choose the Zoom meeting, let's talk about this. The discussions will begin at our normal class time, okay? That means when I say begin, just like normal, that means that you are ready to go at our normal class time. You are not just sitting down in front of your computer, logging in, trying to find the link, okay? And we can do a run-through if you want. Actually, let's do a run-through. If you're nervous about that, we can do a run-through so that you can see how this is going to go before our first one. Everyone will use the same link to log into, but I might send different links via announcements ahead of time. So what I mean by that is you will always use the same link. It won't be like A through H. You're not going to need a code. But I was talking to Taylor about it yesterday just to make sure I could give y'all the right instructions. It might not be the same link throughout the entire semester for all of our discussions. Okay. But I will post them in the announcements ahead of time. That way you're not just like, wait, what? Where am I going? I'll do that even if it is the same link, I'll probably do that every single time. You can join a meeting from a laptop or a smartphone. You need to ensure that your camera and your microphone is on because I need to see you the entire time. So yes, there is a way in the technology to turn your camera off to where it's only audio. You cannot do that if you want credit for the Zoom discussion. Okay. If you're going to be taking part in this, you're not cutting corners by, just turning it on and listening. Okay. So I need to be able to see you the entire time. I don't care what you're wearing. I don't know if y'all have thought about this, but y'all know I like to be thorough. You need to have clothes on. Okay. If y'all have ever heard of tips, or if you haven't, you might want to get this on your radar. If you ever take part in like an online Skype interview or something like that, you want to be aware of the background because that communicates something, but I'm not worried about that for this, simply because I know we're all in different points and, you might have to be in your room to do this because everyone else in your family is working from home and you have kids or younger siblings. So I'm not going to grade you, or I don't care if it's messy in the background or whatever. I'm not worried about that level of professionalism. However, if there's something that your instructor shouldn't see in the background, I don't want to see it. I'll leave it at that. Okay, to get the points, everyone will be expected to participate. So don't think that you could just log in and sit there and chill and listen to everyone else without saying a word. You're not going to get points that way. I will let you know ahead of time the agenda for the discussion. So it's going to be what we've been doing all semester. Sometimes I'll just post a list of random discussion questions to get you thinking. And sometimes I'll just say, come to the meeting prepared to talk about the chapter. What did you think? What questions do you have? Stuff like that. To earn the points, you must be logged into the discussion the entire time. So again, it will be at our normal class time. It depends on how talkative y'all are. I don't want to assure you that it will never go the entire class time, but if it does, basically you just need to, and it's not going to be every single, when I say, it's not going to be twice a week that we do this. Usually it's once a week. But you need to allocate that entire class session in case it does go that long. Okay, so that was one option, to do the Zoom, the live chat. If you choose the discussion post, I will post the prompt in the discussion tab on D2L, and you will need to complete it by the due date and time. Usually the due date and time is the second day of our class by the beginning of a class session. I will make it clear what you're acknowledging, how much you need to write, or like the length requirement, so that you know those parameters. I went over how to access the discussion boards. A lot of you have, which I appreciate, have answered the questions that I have for you as far as going online. So you know that. You go to the discussion, you pick out the discussion that you want to respond to, and then you click create a new thread. Okay? So again, you will choose between doing a Zoom meeting or the discussion post. It's up to you. However, I figured since extra credit is going to be a little bit, not less, but since the study group extra credit, I guess you could technically do that if you and one other student want to like meet at a park or something. I guess you technically could, or you invite them over. But since, I offer a lot of things that are like going to something on campus or whatever. I know campus has canceled mostly everything except for some services. Anyway, I figured I would offer you extra credit if you want to do both. Okay, so if you do both the Zoom discussion and the discussion post for that week at the level of quality and meeting the parameters set out that are required for each, which I mean, you're not doing both and half-assing both, then you'll get credit for maybe not even one of them. But truly doing both, you'll get 5 points of extra credit. Okay. As I said, this is going to be the main way that you gain extra credit. I'll post a few more extra credit options. I've already posted the 4 tendencies. That's still up for grabs. But, this is another way to gain extra credit. Okay. So this is open for any week. I can't remember how many we have how many we're going to do, but I think essentially you could almost get all of your extra credit if every week that we do it, you do both. Just an option, okay? Okay, so another addition that one of my students at Front Range suggested that I think is really cool is, again, I know that in your question and answer discussion that I had you fill out, a lot of you are upset about and worried about the lack of interaction, which actually makes me happy. That sounds rude. I'm like, that you're upset. But that tells me that you liked the interaction in our class, which is the goal for me. So what a student had the idea of doing is I will have an open forum discussion board where y'all can just interact with each other. If you want to post, and this is going to be completely optional, if you want to post memes, articles, or just talk about content from the class, you will be able to do that. So again, this is optional. One of my students wrote this, and then another student like commented on it and was like, yeah, can we please do this? Blah, blah, blah. You know, especially since most of us are quarantined, everything is closing. So, yeah, so this is going to be something that you can do for some social interaction with your classmates. Again, this is going to be completely optional, but I just wanted to get that on your radar. So finally, y'all, we have a TA, a teaching assistant, and her name is Georgie. It's my dog. So her hobbies are finding sticks in the backyard and bringing them inside, so there's twigs everywhere, begging for food, which is super fun, just kidding, it's annoying as all else, and taking lots of naps. So things to note about her as a TA, she's a bit of a pushover with grading, but she does take much longer to get grading done because she's easily distracted, usually by toys or by something she shouldn't be chewing, like my laptop cord. Y'all will probably meet her. I've already told Taylor that I'm gonna have to have her join in for, I'm gonna have to have him like right here and like maybe join in for a Zoom meeting or a lecture just to say hi and then be like, all right, babe, go take her upstairs because she's a puppy. Okay, anyway, I'm just joking if you're, just kidding. But, she's my moral support. And look at her sleeping. I literally took this like 2 days ago. I was sitting on the couch and she was just curled up. She's so sweet. Okay, y'all, I know some of you I got to say bye to. My Front Range students I got to say bye to. My Arapahoe students I didn't. I am very, very frustrated and upset about this. I don't want to be negative, but every semester I fall in love with my students and I adore all of you. And I know that we can have the conferences and where, it's not like completely over, but it's not going to be the same. But, and I know I've said, and I want to just reiterate, I know that y'all didn't sign up to take an online class and I didn't sign up to teach one. But as we also know, sometimes in life, it's not what happens to us. We don't have control over this. It's how we react. So let's all stay positive. I really, really need y'all to be good about checking D2L. I will do everything in my power to make everything clear, not inundate you with emails and with stuff, with announcements posted. But I need y'all to read the stuff and to stay organized. Okay? I will do my part and I need you to do yours. I will remind you of stuff because I know that all of us, me included, are going to need to, if you've taken online classes before, you're probably not worried about this, but it is a different schedule. It's a lot more self-discipline, a lot more, creating that routine for yourself of checking in, making sure you're updated with everything. So, yeah, I want you to succeed. And I know some of you are frustrated. I know some of you are scared. I know, all of the above. So please let me know how I can help you. As I've said since the get-go, I'm here for you. I want you to succeed. But if I don't know that you're struggling or you need help, then there's nothing I can do. Okay? So we're all going to get through this together. Let's stay positive. I adore y'all. I miss y'all so much already. I'm not just saying that to sound like teacher of the year. Like, I legitimately miss y'all. Because y'all are the reason I do what I do. Okay? We're going to get through this. We're going to make the best of it. I just adore y'all. We'll speak soon. Okay? Bye.